and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, here we are. AEW Fyter Fest review. Unfortunately, I didn't do a review for Double or Nothing. I wish I would have. But, you know, my first AEW review, overall, good show. Good show. I mean, these AEW shows, what wrestling fans need to understand, WWE's here. WWE will always be here. AEW's here. AEW can go up. We had 3 shows on the pre-show. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it live. I missed the Pulse family watch party, but I was able to watch it later. Now, I watched the pre-show matches on YouTube. Now, on YouTube, as we've all seen before, you can comment and stuff. And I'm sick of seeing comments. I got really sick of this during the pre-show of these comments of putting down AEW's products saying they're not WWE. The AEW guys are just a bunch of people WWE didn't want, which is very inaccurate. There's a lot of people that WWE wanted that didn't want WWE. If you're not an AEW fan, don't comment. If you're a WWE homer, all you watch is WWE and you don't know anything about anybody else, don't comment. If you're a true wrestling fan who you've seen a Jimmy Havoc in multiple companies, you've seen an MJF in MLW and in AEW, and you've seen a Adam Page in Ring of Honor in New Japan, and you've seen SCU and AEW in Northeast Wrestling, Northeast Pro Wrestling, and you've seen these, okay, then you can comment. But what else? Anyway, AEW Fyter Fest. First match, three pre-show matches. First match was a triple threat match. The triple threat match, triple threat tag team match for the tag team tournament #1 first round bye. We had the Private Party, which is Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, and then we had Best Friends, which is Chucky T and Trent Beretta, and then we had SCU, which is Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. Great match. Great starter match. I wish this match would be on the main card. You could get rid of one of the matches on the main card and put this on the main card. It was that good. Best Friends getting the victory, which is cool to see. 3.5 star match. So as we go into the tag team tournament, once the weekly show starts, I guess there's going to be a tag tournament starting, and then they're going to be the first round buys on that, so that'd be kind of cool to see. Now at the end of this match, we had the Dark Order appear on the screen, which is a heel faction. Player Uno is the only guy I know of it. There was a feud with them with the Young Bucks back in PWG, and they're here now. They debuted at Double or Nothing after, and so it's like, okay, eventually it's going to be them versus Young Bucks because they had a huge feud in PWG, but they're calling themselves the Dark Order now. So the lights go out, they appear around the ring with Best Friends in the ring. Best Friends going, what the fuck is going on here now? The lights go out, they go away, and then lights come on, they're gone. So we'll see where that's kind of torturing tag teams, it seems like. So I love the name, the Dark Order. So that's kind of cool. Next up on the pre-show, we had Leva Bates and Allie. I thought this was supposed to be Kylie Ray when the card was announced, and Allie comes out, I'm like, what the fuck? This match was just trash. I'm sorry to say that. This match was fucking trash. Leva Bates does not need to be in the fucking ring at all. Allie's not great, but fuck, this match was trash. I gave it 1.5. Probably 1. But I gave it 1.5. Allie got the victory. It is what it is. Next match was a hardcore match. We had Michael Nakazawa versus Alex Givlevely, which was a rematch. Michael Nakazawa got the victory. There's not too many matches in pro wrestling that I won't watch. There's not too many matches in pro wrestling that I will fast forward through. I fast forward through this one. Yeah, I gave it 1.5. That was genuine-ish. Michael Nakazawa, I think by himself he's going to be good, but with this Alex, yeah, it was trash. Anyway, main card. Some good stuff on the main card. First match, we had the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, versus SEMA. Long-time indie guys who have feuded over the years, who've wrestled multiple times. Both of them are in their mid-40s, late 40s for Daniels. I gave it 3.5. I enjoyed this match tremendously. SEMA got the victory. I cannot wait to see SEMA and Kenny Omega. I think when SEMA takes that beat trigger from Omega, old dude better get up from it. But yeah, I mean, it was a great match. I enjoyed it a lot. 3.5. SEMA getting the victory. Next, we had a triple threat women's match. 2 Japanese women, Rio and Yaka Suzuka. They're great. Nyla Rose. The story is good. The first transgender woman in professional wrestling. I get it. But the in-ring ability is not quite there yet. Just a big, I mean, more of a... Now, if she's in a match with like an Awesome Kong, yeah, it's just going to be a freaking brawl. That might be entertaining. But with some of these high-flying women, it just wasn't good. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Rio getting the victory. I did give it 2 3/4. So it was watchable. But it's like watching her, you know, watching Nyla Rose kind of ragdoll these 2 women around. It's like, now Nyla Rose, Awesome Kong, street fight, that could be entertaining. Next up, we had the 4-way, which I thought was going to be match of the night, which was really, really good, don't get me wrong. These 4 guys, I think, are got a huge upside in AEW. We have MJF, Maxwell J. Friedman. He is the guy. Right now, here we are, July 2018. 6 months, a year and a half from now, there's going to be people going, oh my God, MJF is freaking awesome. You're going to have, you know, people are going to be in love with this guy. I think he's great now. I thought he was great before. I listened to a Busted Open interview with Bully Ray, MJF, and then Alex, whatever his name is, the main host of Busted Open. And, oh, yeah, MJF is awesome. I just love how everybody's talking about him being heel. He's like, I'm not healing myself. This is how I am. And Bully Ray was like, you know, complimenting him and stuff. And he's really good friends with Cody. So it's like, okay, he's going to get pushed to the moon here in AEW. Jimmy Havoc. I mean, Jimmy fucking Havoc, one of the hardcore legends of Progress. Staple people's mouth. He'll freaking just all kinds of crazy hardcore shit. Kind of new age Mick Foley kind of guy. Jungle Boy. Young. Does have talent. I want to see more from him. Him teaming with Luchasaurus could be real fucking interesting if you watch Be the Elite. Watching Luchasaurus walk through a grocery store with Jungle Boy on the shoulders, taking stuff off the top. It was comical as shit. And then, of course, obviously, Adam Page, or as MJF calls him, Seabiscuit. Yeah. I mean, just... I don't know. I'm all about MJF right now. I think he's going to be great. I think the feud between Adam Page and MJF for the AEW World Title is going to be off chain. Like I said, in a year, 2 years from now, we're going to look back going, oh my God, Adam Page, MJF, that's going to be the Randy Orton, John Cena, the Hulk Savage, Austin Rock. That's going to be that level of feud in 5 years from now. When we look back, when AEW started, we're like, oh yeah, you remember when MJF and Adam Page were feuding for the title all the time? Oh my God, you know, it was a Cena Orton kind of type of feud, you know. Adam Page get the victory, obviously. I did say in the preview I wanted MJF to win, but I could see why they wanted Page to win. Keep that momentum going because wins and losses do matter going into All Out when he's facing Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship. So he faces, I guess, Kip Sabian at Fight for the Fallen. That was announced. The winner of the 4-way faced Kip Sabian, who was on commentary. I guess match 3 1/4. Page getting the victory. Loved everything about it. Next up, we had Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. If you didn't know who Darby Allin was, you know who he is now. If you didn't know how good Darby Allin was, you know how good he is now. Cody did the right thing here. Cody put him over. Cody got Darby Allin over. It ended in a 20-minute time limit draw. I hate time limit draws. I went 3 3/4 on this. I'm seeing a lot of people say 4. Win or lose, I would have went 4. If there was a now with AEW having the wins count, I could see more of these kind of things to get people over. So I may change my thoughts on the title limit draw. The fact that Cody worked so hard to pin Darby Allin and couldn't, that really put Darby Allin over. Unfortunately, I think the crowd would have done a standing O if the next segment wouldn't have taken away from it. You had Shawn Spears coming out and hitting Cody with a chair. Supposedly it wasn't supposed to go down the way it went down, but if you've seen this, Cody just straight up took a fucking chair shot to the back of the head and didn't flinch. Just like, boom! You know, it's like, holy fuck. Cut him open bad. He didn't need like 12 staples. He didn't have a concussion, thankfully, but it's like, snap, Cody took one. I think that segment, as J-Man and I were talking, texting back today on our click chat, we could have, they could have done it different. They could have just left that out and done it either backstage or on Be the Elite or something. But it took away from what Darby Allin had done. Sticking with my 3-3 on this. A lot of people were saying 4, which I'd be down with. I mean, part of me thought about, fuck, it was a 4-star match. I even wrote down 4. Like, fuck, I hate time limit draws, but wrote down 3-3. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a great match. It put Darby Allin on the map. I knew how good he was because I've watched all the Evolve. I've watched some other companies he's been with. He had a feud with Anthony Henry for a while. So yeah, so I've seen Darby Allin kind of through Evolve for the last, 20, 30 episodes of Evolve I've watched he's been in. But yeah, so Tony Khan even came out and said once we're on TNT, that stuff won't happen. It's on pay-per-view, blah, blah, blah. He didn't really have to say that because I think people know, hey, this is what's going on, but whatever, It is what it is. But yeah, time limit draw, 3 3/4. Darby Allin looks freaking awesome right now. Next up, we had a 6-man tag I was really looking forward to. Loretta Kitt teaming up with the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix versus the Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt, and Nick Jackson. I'm just... They made this a little kiddie a little bit because they had on the pre-show how their bags, they're under budget and they've used all the budget for this and they didn't have budget for gear. It's like, guys, we know you got money. We know there's money backing these shows. You don't need to act like it's all in again, where it's you're at his pocket. Yeah. Beyond that, match was great. It was everything I thought it would be. I was hoping for a little bit more. But overall, it was great. And I've seen some things online, talked to some people. We're about 4 1/4 on this. I love some of the spots. So I went 4.5. The Elite getting the victory. So it was pretty good. I mean, it was good. I thought adding a Laredo Kid and Kenny Omega would have took it to the next level. We know Lucha and Bucks put on a 5-star match, double or nothing. But yeah, this was a great 6-man tag. Great way to get the Elite back together, and great way to have Laredo Kid coming into the mix. There was one spot in the Darby Allin Cody Rhodes match that I forgot to mention. A couple, actually. Cody kind of threw Darby Allin against the ropes, and he kind of went through the rope at the buckle and landed hard on the outside. I'm like, ooh, don't think that's supposed to happen. But other than that, this match was a lot of spots. It was some slow time, that's why I only went 4.5 on it. But then our main event, we had the non-sanctioned match, which AEW seems like what they're going to do for the hardcore kind of stuff is going to be non-sanctioned. So, kind of make it special, I guess. I kind of like that. We had Joey Janela and Jon Moxley. Like I said in the preview, this is going to be just a fight, and it was a fight. Straight up fight. Brawl. These guys went after each other. But you know what? You kind of need that sometimes. You kind of need the veteran of Jon Moxley versus the upstart Joey Janela. Obviously, Joey Janela, new to the wrestling scene over the last few years, where he's kind of made a name for himself. Some of the shows he's done with Game Changer and stuff he's done there, GCW. So yeah, kind of him finally kind of getting the platform to say, hey, this is what I'm about. Obviously, Moxley returning to the indie scene, kind of the Death Rider in New Japan, and so being Mox here. So overall, great fight. I gave it 4-star. It's just I was expecting, I guess, more of a drag out, drop down fight. But obviously, it's a wrestling company. It's not the indies. So you're not going to have those I'm going to fucking kill you kind of matches. So yeah, but overall, I think it's a good show. We had 2 4-star plus matches. Should have been 3. Technically, Darby Allin and Cody would have been 4. But I love kind of the put over talent like Cody did there. Obviously, the Elite didn't need to really put over anybody. Lucha, they're over. Paige, yeah, maybe could have put over MGF a little bit more, but we know that feud's happening down the line. So, overall, great show. So make sure you check out Ring of Honor Best in the World review, and then obviously the AEW Fyter Fest review. Tomorrow here on Robert Sports Show, have the G1 Climax tournament, which is the New Japan annual July-August tournament for the #1 contender for Wrestle Kingdom. That tournament sets off on Saturday in Dallas. First time ever starting in the United States. It's a 6-week tournament. We have 20 shows during the tournament, so it's going to be some good stuff in New Japan. Make sure you check out the preview for that. And everything else here on Robert Sports Show, as always. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.